Hello, everybody, and welcome in on this Monday morning. Hopefully you had a great weekend. I'm Brooks Baptiste checking in here from the First Alert Desk, getting you caught up on all of the stories that are making headlines right now. Obviously, it's been quite the busy weekend here in Metro Atlanta as a result of what happened on Friday. The big story is about the officer who was killed while responding to an active shooter call that happened just outside of the CDC headquarters. So at this hour, we are getting more information about what has happened, what led up to it, and still a lot of unanswered questions right now as well. So we do have team coverage for you at this hour. We want to begin with Atlanta News First Sarah Hammond. She has more from the CDC headquarters as we're learning more about this young officer who unfortunately was killed in the line of duty.
We know that Officer David Rose was fairly new to the DeKalb County Police Department, but he gave his life as he responded here to this CVS, to the CDC, after reports of an active shooter. And take a look this morning outside those front gates of the CDC. There is a growing memorial. People have brought flowers, wrote messages to honor the 33-year-old officer. And Officer Rose leaves behind a wife and 3 children, one who is expected to be born later this year. Officer Rose joined the DeKalb County Police Academy in September of last year and graduated just this past March. And before joining the police department, he served as a Marine for 4 years, which included a deployment to Afghanistan. The department says his life was defined by service to his country, to the people of DeKalb County, and to his family.
We answer the call to serve our community, and he gave his life with a commitment to serve others, and he should be respected for that.
In a statement, Officer Rose's wife says he was known for his courage and his loyalty. The family has also set up a GoFundMe account after what they call an outpouring of people from not only DeKalb County, from Georgia, but from across the nation, asking how they can help this family during this difficult time. At the CDC, Sarah Hammond for Atlanta News First.
I mean, just so terrible about what happened here. And as a result of that situation there on Friday and even the investigation that continues to move now across the country, all CDC campuses are closed today. Many workers going remote. They've been given that option today. Atlanta News First senior reporter Patrick Quinn continues our team coverage. He has more about where officials are investigating whether the shooter might have been motivated by his hatred for vaccines.
It's a rather quiet morning here outside of CDC headquarters. Campuses are closed today, both here locally and across the country. We're learning more about the potential motive behind this shooting. Investigators say the alleged gunman had a bad reaction to a COVID-19 vaccine that he said made him suicidal and depressed. That certainly will be a topic of interest in the coming days. Now, at least 4 CDC buildings here on Clifton Road in DeKalb County, they were shot at on Friday, according to authorities. We also know the building locks were broken by law enforcement in order to clear the building. So the union representing the employees is urging officials to allow a sensible and safe return to work. According to sources, all CDC workers were granted permission to work virtually today. This weekend, some CDC workers showed back up here to show their support for their aching community.
To show solidarity with our coworkers who, are feeling increasingly under threat from just a politicized landscape. And, we're trying to, we're just scientists, we're trying to do what we can to help people.
And the union representing CDC employees, they're calling on leadership from the CDC to provide a clear response to vaccine disinformation. Also outside of headquarters here, I'm looking at a sign that says, "We love the CDC," so we're certainly seeing support and solidarity from those in the community and from those who work here. Outside of CDC headquarters in DeKalb County, Patrick Quinn, Atlanta News.
And of course, as we get new developments regarding the investigation that's being led by the GBI, the FBI also involved, several agencies involved in this because there are a lot of layers to it. We will be sure to update you through the free Atlanta News First app and, of course, on our website, atlantanewsfirst.com. All right, we're going to talk about your weather in just a second, but I do want to give you guys this story because it's just interesting. Funny, interesting, it is what it is, right? So remember that meteorite that streaked across the sky in June? It actually ended up crashing into a Henry County home. Well, now it has a name. UGA geologists have named it McDonough meteorite. They said the fireball would have been traveling faster than the speed of sound. just to put things into perspective for you. But as it gets closer to Earth, it loses speed and it loses size. But get this is probably the most interesting part. These new chunks, these that you're seeing right here, are actually older than Earth itself at 4.5 billion years. I don't even know what that looks like. I'm just saying. All right, let's give you a live look outside on this Monday morning. It is a first alert weather day, and this actually makes sense as to why. The gloom is out there. The rain has been out there, but how long is it going to stick around? First alert meteorologist Ella Dorsey is here to time things out for us.
Hey, it's not going to last that much longer. It's not going to be too bad out there today, y'all. But it is a little gloomy outside, all right? So here's the reason why. We got the stationary front down to our south today and tomorrow. Our first alert weather days. Tomorrow is actually looking a little bit better than today as I fix my hair here. But it's just kind of gross outside, all right? It's rainy, it's drizzly. We're not going to see any severe weather today, but we're certainly going to see patches of rain through the remainder of the day. So this is really what you can expect. I think the clouds will lift a little bit higher in the day. We may see a little peak of sunshine here or there, but overall, it looks pretty gloomy today, okay? So here's your hour-by-hour forecast. Spotty showers, about a 30-40% chance for the rest of the day today. And that's going to keep temperatures in the low 80s. Has summer broke already? Like, is the heat gone? I'm going to answer that in just a second. Because we haven't seen 90 degrees since the beginning of the month, August 1st. We're not going to see it today. Low 80s is highs today. Here's the deal. We're not going to see any flooding today. This rain is going to be light. In general, in total, we're looking at about a 1/10 to maybe 4/10 of an inch of rain. So no severe threat. This is a low impact first alert weather day, but it is just going to be kind of drizzly through the afternoon. So 1 p.m., still spotty showers out there. 4 p.m., still spotty showers out there. May see a little break in the evening before we get more rain overnight. Now, tomorrow's going to be different. Tomorrow, West Georgia, it's going to be a washout in counties that border Alabama. But if you live east of Atlanta, it looks mostly dry for you tomorrow. The reason I've extended the first alert is because Metro Atlanta looks dry in the morning, but some of those thunderstorms may reach our area around the evening commute tomorrow. So that could impact the back half of your day as you commute home from work. So tomorrow, about a 60% chance of rain. If you live in West Georgia, though, it's going to be a washout. Be aware of that, okay? The chance of rain is really going to go down by the end of the week, thank goodness. So conditions are just going to improve through the week this week as we see high pressure take over. I actually think the nicest days of the week will be Friday and Saturday. Here's what I'm talking about, guys. Look at this. Over the last week, do you remember last Monday when our high was 69 degrees? That was the coolest high ever recorded for August 4th. Just incredible. On average, our highs have been almost 9 degrees below where they usually are this time of year. So we are going to warm back to normal. Summer's not done yet. That will be Friday and Saturday. Those are the nicest days of the week. 20% chance of rain. Scattered storms return maybe by the end of the weekend, but overall looks much better by the end of the week. Okay? I am going to have a big update. So Rodney actually is going to be doing an update for you at 11 a.m., and then I will have an update at noon. We are likely going to see our first hurricane of the season this week, and the National Hurricane Center has a very high chance of becoming a tropical storm today. So we get an update from them at 11 a.m., so Rodney's going to bring that to you, and also I will have an update of that and the impact it could have on land on Atlanta News First at noon. We'll see you then.
Stay up to date on your latest weather from the largest team of meteorologists in the Southeast. Download the First Alert Weather app for hour-by-hour forecasts and join us every weekday at 11:30 a.m. on ANF+. You can also text weather to the number on your screen, and we'll send a link directly to your cell phone.